3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. Liftoff. Americans return to space as Discovery clears the tower.
Welcome back to TTMTrades to the moon. So I was in ticker ARGS. The chart wasn't forming the way I wanted it to form. So I took a small loss, $63 loss, and I jumped into ticker NETE. I alerted this one yesterday at 12:55 p.m. Right when it was at 11:73. I told him, I said immediate support and safe entry will be at 968. There's more to this downtrend. Good luck and trade safe. I tried to give everybody the heads up. So what did I see to make me think immediate support would be in the 968 range? So when we look at ticker NETE on the daily, we can see I don't really do fundamental analysis, which is learning what that's selling, the news, and earnings per share and all that. I really don't care about that. I do strictly technical analysis. So looking at this on a technical standpoint, I know they said they was converting their company over to do something with mining, which in turn, with the Bitcoin craze going on, the shares jumped like crazy. I had a nice jump right here, a lot of selling, and it's just been on a nice spiral downtrend. Yesterday, around this price range is when I mentioned that it still had more room to go. The downtrend will continue and possibly touch 968. And it did. Today, the low was at $10. So what made me think, hey, why 968 range? What are you seeing that no one else is seeing? And like I said, I make my entries on my 2-hour chart. So I come intraday. First and foremost, let's go back. Okay. Everybody knows I utilize my RSI. That's my favorite indicator. And the RSI measures momentum in a stock. Okay. By default, the RSI is a 14-period moving average, as you can see here. And then I put a 10-period simple moving average and a weighted 30-period moving average on my RSI. Okay, what this does is this helps me distinguish the noise between the bulls and the bears and who's in control prior to a trend happening, a downtrend, uptrend, whatever the case may be. So anytime my RSI, the light blue line, North Carolina blue line, breaks above that 10-period moving average, this lets me know that the bulls are in control. The momentum has completely shifted over to them and it's in their ball court. So as I go across here, pay attention to the price action down below. So we had that break above the 10-period and the 30-period moving average. Tried to find support, broke back through. Okay. Came back up again, had that breakthrough, and then came down and found support on that 10-period moving average. Had a nice bounce up, which correlates to the two prices down here. Ticker NET announced they're doing something with Bitcoin. It gapped up the morning, and now what we have here. Okay, it broke through this 10-period moving average. As I began to see it come down to the 30-period moving average, this alerted me that this would possibly be a good time to make a good entry. Number one, due to the volume. So you have this large spike in volume from a lot of shorts. One, getting burnt for probably trying to shorten this area and it gapped up on them. And two, people trying to accumulate and get into the stock. The next day, it jumped up pretty high. A lot of people started taking profits. Shorts covering their shares, people taking profits, it began to drop on pretty high volume, above average volume. The following day, gap down. There was some accumulation, but below average volume. Nothing to say that this trend would reverse. Another day of selling on lower volume. Another day of selling lower volume. So when you see that the selling volume is decreasing on each candlesticks, this gives me a fair heads up that the selling is decreasing and that those who are taking profits and or shorting this stock or riding this wave down, when the volume decreases, this allows me to see that the sellers are moving out of the way. people for me who are swing traders, once I begin to see sellers moving out of the way, then I start looking for my entry points. All right. So once I seen my RSI was coming down to the 30 period moving average for a possible bounce, and I seen the volume was decreasing, then this alerted me that I should probably try to find a good entry. Seeing that there is no support in this general area enough for me to go off of, I always go back to my intraday charts. I make my entry on my 2-hour time frame. So looking at the 2-hour time frame, back on the daily, that 3rd period RSI moving average bounce correlates to the 50 period moving average on the 2-hour chart. So as I zoom in and I look to see what's going on, I see that there's support right here. There's a possible bounce right off for the 50 period moving average. So then I, alert yesterday, like I said, possible entry at 978, because yesterday around this time frame, the 50 period moving average was a little lower, and this is right at 978. It has continued to trend up, and it hit $10. So the price did exactly what we thought it was going to do. It came down, found support on that 50 period moving average, hit $10 exactly. A lot of accumulation came into play, a lot of interest in this general area. As you can see, nice little small spike in volume, and then the follow up here with more accumulation. Okay, we haven't had any major spikes in volume yet. So what we're waiting on is a breakout on high volume. Okay, as you can see, our RSI is coming up for a possible crossover through the 10 period moving average, which will allow me to gauge that the bulls are taking back control of this, and all we need is the volume to support it. Now, what are some possible exits? Okay, we have to look at key resistance area. Our first resistance, immediate resistance, is $12. All right, first we need to break through $12, which I think we won't have any issues going into Friday. But following that is 15.31, right where the 20 period moving average is at, because it correlates with this base right in here. So for those traders who bought in this general area and the price dropped on them, they are stuck in this area. So the people in this area at the $12 to $17 range, they are looking to offload their shares and break even and get out. Okay, so what does this do? This causes an oversupply of shares. So when we push back up into this $15 range, there may be a large oversupply of shares where people will dump them on the buyers who are accumulating, pushing this back up, and it'll probably cause an immediate pullback. And then we'll move back up into the $20 range. Right here, our next resistance at 2013, which correlates to this base over here. A lot of people got trapped in this area. So again, once we begin to push back up into this range, there's a lot of oversupply of traders getting stuck here, and they're going to dump their shares to break even and get out and cut their losses. So at a minimum, I can see us pushing back up minimum to the $20 range. Okay, this is a possible 80 to 100% return play. Best case into the $24.95 range, $24 range, and then if there's a lot of support all the way back up to the $29, $30 range, we won't hit the high of 33. I highly doubt that, but we'll push back up into these 4 possible price targets. And then once we hit this range again, a lot of selling and profit taking to take place, and then this stock will probably just die back out and gap back down to its original price levels of $4 to $7. So TTM, this is what I'm seeing. Hopefully I'm helping you make money. If you found value in this and you learned something, please add, reshare, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the thumbs up, and let's continue to make money together. Oh, let me show y'all something before I log off, because I'm going to laugh at this guy who's been messaging me. Ever since I made an entry into NETE, I guess this guy, I think I made him mad by doing it. So I wanted to make my entry at 10, but I'll take 11 for now. That's what I put. And he told me I'm a future bag holder. Russ LV. Told him only the bags I hold is money, baby. So yeah, future bag holder. I got it. I got that. And this was his reply. So I don't like to go back and forth. It's a waste of time and energy. But make sure you guys message this guy once the stock takes back off and just hit him with the pound TTM. I'm out.
Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.